execution by bulls!
In this form of execution.
Listen, I'll just be putting on a sin each time you try to explain a different execution method, because what I've seen so far, it won't work.
Huh.
If the bulls ran two separate directions, then how did they end up before him like this? Not only that, if you look at this through a smutty lens, then it's even more disturbing.
I was the best in Iwagakure. The chief held me in high regard, and I ended up getting married to his daughter.
So let me get this straight. You took the lives of someone's parents, put that person through training to become a master assassin, and now you hand over your daughter to a beast like that to be married? I do not care what anyone else says. Sasuke deserves a card, kiss, or hug from Sarada each and every Father's Day at this point.
But as it turned out, that girl was a complete idiot. How does a shinobi, let alone the chief, have a daughter who's that stupid?
On my first watch through of this episode, it occurred to me that I should take a sin off as I laughed so hard at the level of disrespect here. Right here was where the anime actually started for me. But with what I explained in my previous sin, you're not playing with a full deck of cards yourself in being stupid, as the chief literally put a hostage in your life for you to use in leaving the village. But then again, he apparently doesn't care about her, so I personally think you two are made for each other, while the chief on the other hand making a proper father-in-law.
Her sheltered childhood made her naive, and she turned my entire life upside down.
How is any of this different from a marriage in real life?
Remove your shoes when you're inside the house. And you should always remember to pray at least once every day.
Yeah, this is marriage alright. Your hands being tied and your movements being restricted. And with the cherry on top, this look is priceless with what men go through in marriage.
After a while, I got fed up with her. I was afraid I'd lose my edge.
If those are your feelings, then there's nothing to be done.
I really hope you did not go tell the guy that his daughter is too stupid for you.
Alright, but there is one final thing that I'd like you to do for me first.
I knew I'd been set up.
Wow, double-crossing your best assassin. What could possibly go wrong later on?
They say the shinobi from there takes some drink. It's known as the elixir of life. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sure I must sound crazy.
If you're her escort, then I assume that you were there to see with your eyes that the execution methods were not working. If you were there, and so was her, why would she look at you as being crazy?
Despite your claims that you didn't want to live, it still appeared as though you were resisting.
She's right. What am I doing?
So we saw a replay of what actually happened, and we now see the direction the blade went, in a completely different direction than where we saw it fall in the start of the episode.
Death by boiling, also known as death by cauldron,
Narration on the type of execution method.
at a temperature of 370 degrees Celsius.
Why keep suffering?
I need to know the type of material that created this guy's clothing. I thought he and not the clothing was indestructible.
What kind of execution this time? And how long are you going to keep trying?
We finally found a way to shut you up for good.
Really? Because so far, I am not impressed at all.
What?
Meet the executioner, Yamada Asaemon Sagari!
It's times like these that anime cracks me up when I try not to laugh. So a female is supposed to be more powerful than beheading, being split in two and burnt alive. Cool.
Meet the executioner, Yamada Asaemon Sagari!
I'm enjoying this anime at this point, no doubt, but I've already experienced Shinobu Culture in 2019 and Maki Zenin in 2021 as episodes of her were released in that year. Both are my women, mind you. And while Bleach did some cash grab to not show her Bankai powers in full, both Kenpachi and I received a dose of fear and we saw part of what Unohana could do. So you holding a sword and giving this look has no effect on someone like me in the slightest, young lady.
See how I die! This is how I die! I have tried all my life!